Meowdy everyone, I'm here with a quick little video on how to decorate your island since it works a little differently than how to decorate the yard of your house, and I actually had a little trouble figuring out how to register the glamours myself. First things first, the only furniture you can put down on your island are outdoor furnishings. If you hover over the item in your inventory, it'll say what kind of item it is, including whether it is a furnishing or an outdoor furnishing. Only the outdoor furnishings work here. Next up, you'll need island prisms. You might have already used some of these to change the appearance of buildings or walkways on your island before. You can either craft them if you have a level 90 crafter with a Master Recipe Book 9, or you can buy them off the market board. Once you have your desired outdoor furnishings and some island prisms, head over to your island. Unfortunately, I can't find anything that lists the minimum level needed to start decorating, but it is at least no higher than level 12. Once you're on your island, click on the Manage Furnishings button on the Isle Keeps index. It looks like a little potted tree. Then click Place Furnishing Glamours. The Furnishing Glamours and inventory interfaces will pop up. Right-click on the outdoor furnishing in your inventory that you want to register and click Register Glamour. It will be added to your registered glamours list, but it will neither place the item down nor will it remove the item from your inventory. Registering a glamour will use an island prism though. Also, it will not register the color if the item is dyed. So if you want a jet black bucket of watermelon, don't dye it before registering. You also can only dye placed glamours, so if you want 5 jet black buckets of watermelon, you'll have to expend 5 jet black dyes to do so, and if you remove the placed glamour, you'll lose that dye. Once an item is registered, you can then place it down by selecting it from the registered glamours list. It will place it where you're standing. You can even place multiples down, even if you only own one copy of the actual furnishing. So, what happens if you use Place Glamour rather than Register Glamour? First and foremost, it will ask you if you want to register it. If you do not check that box and instead go straight to the Yes button, it will allow you to place the item directly. You will see it only on the Placed Glamours list, but not the Registered Glamours list. You won't use up any island prisms either, and the item will still be in your inventory. You can still place that single item multiple times too. When you go to remove it, you'll get a warning that it isn't registered and ask if you'd like to register it. If you don't check the box to register it and simply click the Yes box to remove it, it will be removed from your island, and if you want to place it again, you'll have to use the Place Glamour subcommand on the item itself in your inventory. If you absolutely do not want to use island prisms for whatever reason, you could just place the items directly, but as someone who's been doing housing stuff for a while, I run into forgetting where exactly I've stored things fairly often, so having just a list of items to use rather than hunting down the actual item is worth the island prism expense for me. Also, if you find that you've reached the maximum amount of registered glamours, you can right-click on an item in the registered glamours list and select Remove Registration. It will remove it from the list, and if you want it again, you'll have to spend another island prism to add it back. Removing a registered glamour does not eat up another island prism like if you were taking something back out of your glamour dresser. The only action that uses an island prism in this whole process is registering a glamour for an item. Placing and unregistering glams are all free actions. Also, if you unregister a furnishing while it is placed on your island, the placed item will remain, and if you go to remove the placed one, it'll give you that warning about it not being registered, and it asks if you'd like to register it then. That's the basics of placing and registering furnishings on your island. Happy decorating, everyone!